What's going on, guys? This is John with Average John Fishing. We're back out here in the lake doing some bass fishing today. I think this will be my first official video with the new bait caster. I was fiddling around with it last week before the 4th, and I had some success with it, but I had an error, something screwed up with my camera, and I lost half the footage and I wasn't really able to cobble anything together. So today I'm going to be just throwing a couple of baits. I don't think I'm going to be switching up much. I'm going to be throwing the chatterbait with a trailer, and I'm going to be throwing a simple stick worm on my spinning rod. And we're going to do the same thing we usually do down here. I'm going to work down this cove and then let the wind kind of drift us back towards the mouth. So I'll be working down towards the end where the shallow end is, and then coming on back. So stick with me. This should be fun. This is a kind of a pre-front fishing. We're expecting a rainstorm here in the next day and a half, 2 days. So the fish should hopefully be hungry, and we should catch quite a few. So stick with me. Let's have some fun. All right, so let's hope this works. I'm trying the new hat mount, but it's just a little bit heavy. So we'll see how this works. But today, I'm gonna be throwing out here on the new bait caster, the chatterbait. We got that with that Z-Man trailer. And now, last time I was out here, I was throwing around simple stick worm, and I think that was my main issue, was that the stick worm was just a little too light, and I was having tons of issues with backlashes. So I was able to make it work. I was able to catch a few, and actually I ended up catching a pretty nice one, about a 2-pounder. But unfortunately, it just kept giving me a ton of issues. So I went with something a little heavier, and ever since I did that, this has been giving me zero issues. The lines have been coming out nice, no backlashes, casting really easily. The thing goes a country mile, and should be working pretty good. Now, I've been having a lot of fun with the stick worm, so that's why I stuck it on the spin caster, on the spinning reel, hoping that I'll be able to catch something on that. But yeah, this has been really, really good. Now I've got fluoro on my bait caster, and I actually had recently a bunch of people suggest that I go to braid, and the main reason why I'm sticking with the fluoro here on this rod is because this home lake is just chock full of rocks. They are everywhere, and the bass naturally like to hold on them. So I don't want to go to braid, which doesn't nearly have the abrasion resistance as fluoro. Ooh, I don't know if I think that was a rock. We gotta start working down. I don't want to be, I'm kind of floating in the opposite direction that I want to float. But yeah, I didn't want to go with something that is going to be being torn up on these rocks. And there's also a ton of pickerel in this lake, and they love to chomp through braid. I've had so many pickerel over the years just tear my braid apart. So That's why I'm just going to stick with the fluoro for now. There we go. Fish on. It's a decent bass. Okay. All right. Got the skunk off the board. Interesting place of hookment. Decent bass. Now I get to use some of my new stuff. Finally. First thing is I got this bump board, which I got a massive one. I did not mean to get one this big. But let's first go with length. Let's get his nose all the way up there. And this guy is 15 inches, right there at the edge there, 15 inches long. So I hope you got that on the camera there. Let me double check. Okay, it's still recording. And then the next thing I got is a new scale. Alright, so we've got that set. Let's go ahead and use the grippers that came with it. Okay, and hook that in there. And this guy is 1 pound and 11 ounces. 1 pound, 11 ounces. So I think already this thing is working a hell of a lot better than the other scale that I had. So not bad. 1 pound, 11 ounces. So pound and 3/4. But this is a nice start to the day. It took a little while. We got him on that stick worm. Let's go ahead and get him back in the water. There he goes. So, what I noticed on that bass is that bass was tucked way in there against those trees. Every other cast that I made prior to that, was a little outside of that area, especially along the first area that we went through. Okay. And we had no bites. And then I got that one nice and tucked in there, and he came out and he scooped that up. So let's see if that holds true. And what was cool about that bass is he didn't jump. He didn't cause a lot of disturbance. So I'm hoping that whatever, if there's anything else around here, that they're still ready to bite. That's a fish. Ooh, yeah. Oh, all right. Ooh, this guy inhaled it. Yep, he's bleeding. Okay, let's see if I can go ahead and get this out without doing any more damage to the fish. Okay, so first I gotta do is I gotta try to roll this hook out the gill, and I want to do it on the opposite side of the point that is in there, so this way. Okay, and then next I'm going to go ahead and grab my forceps and pop it out. There we go. That was nice and quick. I got a little bit of blood on him. Oh, and he's gone. Alright, well I was trying to clean him off so I can take a look at him, but it's probably best that I got him back in the water with that blood loss. So, but if you ever get a bass like that in the throat, which happens from time to time, fishing soft plastics, that is the way that you do it. I hope that I got that on camera decently. There we go. But essentially you want to, so if the hook is in the mouth like that and it's hooked into the throat, you want to rotate that the opposite direction that it's hooking in, and usually you can pop through that on the gill plate, and that'll allow you to pull back completely this way. If you try pulling it this way, all you're going to be doing is pulling against that throat area, doing more damage, and that's an easy way to kill a fish. Overall today has not been very good at all. Just a couple of bass, and it looks like for the most part everything is just kind of taking a chill, because I with this, the heat we had today and the storm that's coming, these heavy baits that I'm tossing around just really aren't doing it. I mean, that's why it seems to be that the only fish that are biting are on those, got them on those finesslers, well, not the finesslers, the finesse soft plastics. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so yeah, as I was saying, I'm gonna go ahead and start heading back to the kiddos. But as always, I like to try to maximize my time out here in the water, since I'm really not going to be going super fast back. Let's throw on a little crankbait and troll our way back home. And yeah, let's see. Let's go with this rattling suspending. This is a shallow diver, but as the water is cooling off and the bugs are coming out and a lot of things are just coming up to the surface, I think a lot of these fish are going to be coming up. So feel like it might be a perch. Yep. Just a little perch. Got him in the weeds. Okay. Fish number 3 today. Come on, raise your fin. Fish number 3 today. Very, very, very slow day. So I'm happy to catch something else. Let's get him back in the water. I'm seeing fish jump all over in here. Bring up the bugs. Ooh, wow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna... Something big jumped over there. I don't want to pass that up. Looks like they're keying in on stuff on the top, so I'm going to go ahead and use my walking bait. See if I can get that to commit, because that was big. Oh! Oh, he's on. He's on. What was it? What is it? It is a smallmouth. And he's hooked all fucked up. Okay. Okay. Little smallmouth. See, you can see reflection there. You see him through the little bit of light that I have. So these smallmouth, I've seen this before. Let's get him back in the water. I've seen this before where they school up in these like-sized schools and they hunt together. And it's exactly what it seems like they're doing. Is these smallmouth, which usually when you get into these little groups, they're not necessarily very big, 6 to 8 inches size. Oh, there we go. Come on, I can't see what you're doing. Oh, get in here. All right. That's a nicer smallmouth. Ow, 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 ow. I got stabbed twice. That sucked. Let's see if I can shine a little light on this. Come on. Come on, stop. Stop. This guy is so pissed. There we go. There we go. So let's get a little light on that. That's a nicer smallmouth right there. That's nice. Alright. Well, let's get him back in the water. Right. Yeah, I can't see shit. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. And a largemouth, too. Holy sh... Okay. Whoa, back-to-back casts. This is really heated up. Okay. There we go. Little, like, 12 or 13-inch largemouth. He's hanging out with those smallmouth. Oh, yeah. All right. This is going crazy. Oh, there we go. Fish. That's a bass. Oh, yeah. That's the second largemouth back in here. Okay. All right, finally. So we got this guy off the hook. He's pretty chunky. Another decent bass caught over here on the top water late at night. Let's get him back in the water. There we go. Alrighty. Jesus. Oh, it's a white perch. I didn't expect that. I don't think I've ever caught a white perch on top water before. I'm not sure. Come here. Okay. He is pissed off. He is really pissed off. Okay, so I think I'm going to call it on this. Multi-species day. We caught largemouth, smallmouth, and a white perch. Oh yeah, and a yellow perch too. We caught 4 species today. Let's get this guy back in the water. He is ready to go. Yeah, he's pissed. Hey, so we're going to wrap this up. I went and I'm doing this at home now. It's just too damn dark there to get any good lighting. It was a good day. Started off real slow, but it ended up getting really hot there at the end when the sun went down. It was really cool to see as soon as that sun went down and the bugs came out, the bait fish came up, the bass came up right behind them, and in that area there, it really got hot. I apologize about the lighting. I'm gonna try to do some changes there if we do some more twilight fishing in order to make sure that you guys can see the action. It got really dark there, and I do apologize, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. Thanks for watching. This has been John with Average John Fishing. I hope to see you guys on the next one, and don't forget, it's okay to be average. Thanks again for watching. See you later.